So these things happen, and these things happen kind of consistently. I mean, we get hit with stuff on an ongoing basis. That 08, 09 crash really, really hit a lot of people. Certainly those that were nearing retirement or looking towards retirement and seeing their retirement assets fall by 2.8 trillion. You see that in the bottom right-hand corner. For a lot of those folks, they didn't have the time. They haven't had the time to recoup those assets. So going into retirement, they're now looking and saying, I used to have the retirement, fund set aside. They're not there anymore. I have to go to work. I have to keep working, and it's just a difficult time, right? When we look at what's going on to the future, and Harvey should actually be the one talking about this, because he's writing a book about this right now. Just this movement towards automation, this movement towards technology and AI and so on. And Oxford University did a really interesting study just a few years ago, and they studied the future of employment. And this was a future of employment in the U.S. So it was a U.S. study, but I don't think it really matters what country we live in globally. Certainly Canada, it's going to be the exact same. And what they're estimating is about 47% of today's jobs will be computerized in the next couple of decades. And aren't we already seeing that? I mean, that's a car factory. You go to my bank is now tellerless. There's nobody there. There's one person saying hello, and they point you to machines. I don't eat at McDonald's, but my granddaughter loves McDonald's, and of course you got to go in, hit the kiosk. You get the idea. I mean, this is where we're moving to, and it's affecting a lot of jobs. And if you want to know whether it's going to affect your job, or if you want to know whether it's going to affect folks that you can go to that website at the top. I mean, I've been sharing that website for a long, long time. And I still giggle every time I read the name, but will robots take my job.com? And, an interesting story. I sat down with a friend of mine who's an insurance broker, and it took me a long, long time to actually sit with him. And, finally he said yes. And I thought, well, why now? Why are you saying yes now? And he said, Rick, the market's just changing. Everything's changing in the insurance world. Everything's going to geico.com and esurance.com, progressive.com. It's all algorithms. People just choose between three when they they don't need us anymore. And I went, oh man, no kidding. So I pulled up this will robots take my job.com site, and it said, we punched in insurance broker, and it comes up and it said, you are at 95% at risk of losing your job. And then underneath it said, you are doomed. He didn't laugh. I thought it was kind of funny. He didn't laugh. So, let's talk about solutions. Let's talk about maybe industries that are recession resistant. Maybe talk about industries that are pandemic resistant. Let's talk about industries that might even be AI or technology resistant. And is there a way for us to capitalize on that? And I want to kind of go back again and just ask this question. What do these companies have in common that you see on the screen? Walmart, Costco, Amazon. And if we were sitting together over a cup of coffee, you'd probably reply with, well, they're really big. Yeah, they are really big. You'd probably reply with, well, that's where I shop. And chances are, yeah, that's where most of us shop. But there's other things that they have in common that we should pay attention to. Again, history leaves clues. And, we can take advantage of this. And each one of these companies pioneered a new way of doing business that forever changed the way people shop. So Walmart, for example, what they did is they pioneered the big box retail concept, right? And then along came Costco, and they pioneered the whole membership shopping club, wholesale shopping club. Go there. If you ever need 5-gallon drums of pickles and mayonnaise, that's your place to go, right? And the question isn't who has a Costco membership, it's who doesn't have a Costco or Sam's Club or BJ membership. And then, of course, Jeff Bezos came along and started Amazon. And like any other business like this, it started off a little slow and people were reluctant to shop online, but not anymore, right? I mean, everybody's shopping through Amazon these days. They're a runaway freight train. And but the other thing that all these companies, in addition, have in common is that they don't make anything. They're just retail stores. Now, they have evolved the retail process. They've made it more effective and efficient, but they still don't make anything. And the next major disruptive change in the market in the whole retail world is bypassing retail stores, using e-commerce and shopping factory direct. And we're seeing it all sectors today. But can we take advantage of that? And the answer is we can absolutely take advantage of that. This is what Melaleuca has been doing for 35 years. They're both the manufacturer and the store. So rather than selling our, wellness alternative products, household products at Walmart or selling them through home-based distributors, Meluca just started up a concept called consumer direct marketing, which allows you and I and everybody else the ability to open up a shopping account, buy direct from the factory at wholesale prices. And so this is the 21st century approach in the household consumable goods world. And so we're competing with Procter & Gamble, Colgate, Johnson's, all those guys, and we have such a massive competitive advantage over those companies. Now you can see that growth chart. It's just vertical, straight up growth. Well, why? Why, even during bad times, why have we set record growth? I mean, this last year, we had the greatest year of growth we've ever had during this unbelievable, crazy COVID time. Well, the answer is that we have the types of products everybody's looking for. We have the type of shopping system everybody's looking for. And we have a solution for families to generate extra income without investment, stocking, or selling products. And so we've kind of just created this amazing system of shopping that redirects expense dollars back to consumers. And this is why all of us who have been Meluca shoppers for a while, we all believe that everyone we know will eventually shop here. Now, not everybody's going to build a business, but everybody's going to shop here. And we get paid to just refer them to the store. That's the beauty of this. And so when we shop through grocery channels, retail channels, roughly 63% of what we spend goes into costs that do nothing for us. Wholesale distribution, retail stores, marketing, advertising expense. We just redirect those dollars into higher quality ingredients, better science. It's kind of like getting Whole Foods quality products literally at Walgreens type prices, all manufactured in the United States and focused on wellness. And there's no other store in the world that can do this. We're it. And second thing we do is we take the money that normally goes to advertising, because we still need to advertise, right? Procter & Gamble they're our biggest competitor. They spent $10 billion last year, $10 billion, in advertising. Of course, we paid for that. It's built into the cost of Tide and Crest and all the other things they make. But Melaleuca just redirects those dollars and they give them back to us, the consumer, if we just refer other consumers. And this is what moved my chair closer to the table. I mean, you and me and everybody else, we've probably been approached by too many businesses that are more distributor-based, right? Where you invest some money, you buy some products, you sell them to your friends and get them to do the same thing. Well, if that's what this was, we would never have met. But I sure moved my chair a whole lot closer to the table when Mark and Myrna shared this concept with me years ago. And just penny dropped. I can tell people about a store and I get attached to that referral. And every time they shop for life, we get paid a referral residual commission. So, and it's really caught my attention years ago. It's today it's more valid than ever. Families are looking for solutions. We have the answer for what people are looking for whatever they're looking for, whether it's better health, whether it's to save time and money, or whether it's to take care of the things that are important in life. And it's all based on this simple concept. And I'm going to bounce it back over to Harvey. Harvey, actually, I got to introduce Harvey properly because some of you, know Harvey very well. Others, this is your first introduction. Harvey spent years in the corporate world in this world. He worked with the Circle K grocery company. In fact, he was the president of international for the Circle K grocery company. So I don't know if there's anybody other than the owner of our company that understands the movement of products through retail better than Harvey Hess. So Harvey, why don't you take it from here and let's kind of introduce folks to how simple this concept is and how easy it is to become a member.
Well, thank you, Rick, and good day, everyone, and good to be here. And yeah, this is the easy part, actually. The replace, reorder, refer. That's pretty simple to do. You replace the items that you currently use in your home, of which everybody is a user of some types of consumer goods. In fact, the average household expenditure in this area that we're going to cover with the product line that Melaleuca manufactures is somewhere between $200 and $400 a month. Most people don't even realize it, though. And the reason they don't realize it is that it's not something that's budgeted. It's just stuff that you use and use and use and reuse and repurchase over and over and over again. So that's the reorder part. And then at the end here today, we're going to talk about the refer part, which is simply if you like what you found here and you show others how to simply replace, reorder, they can also refer if they wish to, and you'll get paid for doing so handsomely in many cases. So we're going to start with just talking about, I'm just going to go through three different areas of Melaleuca, three different, I would call them the larger categories of product line. And with Melaleuca, it all starts in the area of environmental and home cleaning and so forth. And Ricky, can you go to that next slide? Since I don't have control here, you have control. You're in charge. Thank you. All right. So, the three areas that Melaleuca really covers is how to get all the toxins and chemicals out of your environment. So we're talking about better, safer, fresher, greener, cleaner products delivered right to your front door. So how do you get, what do they manufacture? What do they do that helps you get environmental toxins, chemicals, and things that aren't good for your overall health out of your environment? Your personal environment and the environment around us. And that's the first category with Melaleuca. That's the safer for your home cleaning products that are plant-based, biodegradable, made with the best of science and nature. They use no harsh, harmful chemicals. So you're not going to find anything that's going to be harmful for not only you and your significant others and children, but even your pets. And nothing has child-proof caps on them. They're just replacements for the things people have used in their home. They don't ship water. They've been an environmental company from the very beginning. That in turn saves on gasoline emissions and plastics and landfills and all kinds of other things, polluting of the waterways, all kinds of things. And because you're using better, safer, fresher, greener, cleaner products in your home, you're not going to have the problems of the national brands, which have been shown to cause lung damage over time by using those products, even as little as once a week, the store brand products. Next slide. And Melaleuca's products, not only are they, are they better and safer and all those things, but they're actually very cost effective, where you're going to get just simply a better price than you're going to get to the grocery store. That's why this category, we have such fierce loyalty. So we have products that people are loving for this pandemic that we've been going through, like Soluguard Botanical, which is a botanical disinfectant, as you can see in that little piece, to products that are going to be, again, highly concentrated, therefore they save you money. There's a few examples at the top with the laundry detergent. There's examples with the window cleaner at the bottom there on how much money you can save by simply switching your shopping from the typical grocery stores that add no value, as Rick talked about, to an online store that is all about you. And then we go into the next category, which is how do you get good nutrition, good supplementation in your body? And Melaleuca is able to do that through technology that they've developed called Oligo. Oligo is a technology, it's a process, it's a patented process that keeps minerals soluble and available for absorption through the intestinal wall, which then provides antioxidant protection. This is very important because it reduces free radical activity. And free radicals is free radical damage in our bodies is what causes basically everything. Aging on through all disease is really caused by free radicals. Melaleuca has developed over time a process that allows our bodies to recognize what we are putting in nutritional supplements as food, and therefore becomes absorbable within the cell, and it gets to the places it needs to be. So they've taken this technology, they've moved it into many of their product line. The number one seller is called the Peak Performance Nutrition Pack. Those boxes you see up there are a 30-day supply. There's actually 60 packets in the box. They're made for women, for men, women, and what they call longevity for me. And those products have been human clinically tested. There's actually 4. There's even websites just for this particular line that Melaleuca has, peakperformancepack.com and peakperformancestudies.com, where you can see actual human clinical trials that were done, not by Melaleuca, but by outside companies that prove the efficiency and effectiveness of taking this nutritional supplement on a daily basis. So you take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and you can see some of the results there. But if you really want to dig into the research behind it, go to peakperformancestudies.com. I mean, yeah, peak performance studies come and you'll see all about it. It doesn't stop there though with Melaleuca and the area of nutrition and getting good nutrition within your body. That it really what is so important these days. In fact, I was at my Rotary Club meeting this morning, and our conversation, we had a guest speaker who was talking about digestive health and talking about the fact that 80% of our immune system sits in our digestive tract. And if he was a doctor, and is very big on the fact that more and more people are now discovering that if you take care of your digestive tract, if you take care of your how your digestive system works and operates by getting the good bacteria in a big way and the bad bacteria out, you will have a much healthier life. Melaleuca is huge in this area of digestive health with things like probiotics. They have multiple probiotic types. They have digestive enzymes that you should take every time you eat. And then you should always supplement your diet with fiber. Not enough people get fiber in their diet. That's a cleansing mechanism for your digestive system. You'll see fitness products here that Melaleuca has in the area of healthy weight loss, sports nutrition. You're going to find all kinds of products in that lineup. The most popular here is called the Access Bar or Access Shakes. Any of us that are shopping at Melaleuca, we utilize that bar on a regular basis for just our day-to-day exercise and then some. I see my buddy Phil's on here today. He bikes sometimes 50 miles, sometimes 80 miles, sometimes 100 miles on a weekend. And boy, if he didn't have that Access Bar, he would be hurting for sure. So, and the Sustain Sport, Sustain is a hydration drink, and all kinds of other areas of nutrition that we have, and weight management in that area. In fact, part of Melaleuca is also something that they have a community for weight loss and weight management just by utilizing Melaleuca product line that you see here on the screen. Simply Fit is their nutritional snack line. So it's healthy snacking, healthy nutritional products where, you know, people are grabbing for them in the grocery stores. Why not give a healthy alternative that's not going to cost any more, but it's going to be made with premium ingredients that are going to be much better for you at a cost that everybody loves. And then you see premium coffee on here. Melaleuca also has what's called Mountain Cabin Premium Coffee in both whole bean, roasted, single serve, you name it, you can find it, that kind of things here at Melaleuca. Now, the third category of products is to help people get the chemicals and toxins off of their body. Melaleuca does that in a full line of bath and body type products and skincare and cosmetic things. And you'll see a few of them on here, daily needs. These would be items that people are using every single day, every week, every month, and are simply replacing over and over and over again as they need. That's why Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson, Colgate-Palmolive, those companies are the largest in the world, is because these are everyday consumables, right? So Melaleuca has a full line. Renew Lotion leads that line. In fact, Renew Lotion has its own website, renewlotion.com, because that product has helped literally hundreds of thousands of people with dry skin, rosacea, eczema, and anything that has to do with it. You'll see the Koala Cubs lineup. That's a baby line recently introduced by Melaleuca that we've had lots of people asking Melaleuca for a long, long time if they would produce a baby line. So now you're going to see they have a plant-based, biodegradable, fully integrated line into their daily need line for babies. They have a children's line. They have Sabella, which is their skincare and cosmetic line. This one is exploding. So just again, because Melaleuca has a business model where they produce their products fresh each month called just-in-time manufacturing, and they don't have to go out and use retail stores or advertising to get the word out. They use happy customers. They can take a lot of that and put it into better, safer, fresher products. Really important in the area of skincare and cosmetics. That's what Melaleuca does in a big way with that line called Sabella. And then Melaleuca started many years ago as an essential oil company. Melaleuca oil is, the nickname is tea tree oil. They've used essential oils in many of their products for a long, long time, including tea tree oil, which is a mainstay of Melaleuca's line in some of the bath and body and especially the household cleaning line. So you're going to find not only better, more pure tested quality guaranteed oils here, essential oils. And a lot of people are using oils these days, but you're going to find them priced much better than what you'll find competitors are priced at in the marketplace on oils. So this here at Melaleuca, this is about just the same dollars being spent. It's just finding a different store to spend them at, where you're going to get higher quality, better value, as I mentioned, safer for your home, better for the environment, inspired by nature. And they put this together through, this is really the brilliance, in my opinion, of the shopping club itself. Because how can a consumer good company manufacture fresh products every month? Well, the only way they can do that is if they have predictable shopping, if they know what their needs are going to be. No one does this but Melaleuca in the world. And believe me, I have traveled around the world. I've been fortunate enough to have been to 50 countries with that job that I was in as a corporate guy for many years. And boy, am I glad I'm not doing that anymore. I love what I do today. But this shopping club is what makes it all work. This is what makes sense of Melaleuca.com, because they can offer their members all these things, a big discount on what would be more naturally derived products. You get free products and all kinds of savings without any risk whatsoever by just doing two simple things. Opening a shopping account with an annual fee of $19. And every once in a while, they'll reduce that. They're running a first of the year special right now where they're offering any new member a $1 membership. So for $1 all year, you can shop at Melaleuca.com. Next year at this time, this same date, you would be charged $19 if you were continuing with your membership. And then simply agree to do just a little bit of shopping at Melaleuca.com. They have a universal currency called product points that they use. And so if you shop with what's called 35 product points, which is somewhere between $60, $70, $80, maybe up to $90 in Canadian dollars, those product points, and it's really, really simple to shop at Melaleuca for these 35 product points. In fact, the average shopper at Melaleuca is about 50 or a little over 50 product points a month. It's just real people buying real products they really want. And by doing that and shopping with product points, Melaleuca is able then to be very consistent in all the different 19 countries that they do business in. You see a few examples here. That Peak Performance Pack that I talked about, which is literally the best nutrition on the planet, bar none. That is 42 product points. So if you just shop for that one product every month, you'd be fine. But you certainly will want to give Melaleuca a good try. And one of the reasons is that they want you to is they even give you an incentive of $100 in free products right when you open your shopping account. In fact, the day you open your account, if you just go shopping that day, you're going to get $100 of free products just for doing so. And Rick, you want to go to the next slide for me? Up. These are new slides. I'm just now getting used to them. So $100 in free products you get for trying Melaleuca out, and you get $20 when you open your account. But when you do open your account, you're going to get something that is, you're going to be put on file what's called your backup order. And the backup order is just there because when you do open an account, you're saying, hey, I want all these benefits. I want the 30 to 50% discount, the $100 in free products. I want to be able to shop in Melaleuca's marketplace and do all the things that Melaleuca offers their members. And yes, I do agree to go shopping. So you can put some products on file that you know that you're going to use. You should never get what's called your backup order, but it'll be shipped to you if you fail to shop in any particular calendar month. All right, so that's a real simple process. So here at Melaleuca, we have a shopping club with again, I always say it's better, safer, fresher, greener, cleaner, delivered right to your front door, big discounts, no risk, 100% get satisfaction guarantee. We're just showing people how to get the toxins and chemicals out of their environment, off of their body, and get good nutrition in. So it creates a business for us, for those of us who have fallen in love with this brand, to be very simple to ask others to take a look. And that's all we do. We refer others to open a shopping account at Melaleuca. What we're showing you today is really our little customer acquisition system to say, hey, we've got a way for you to take the dollars you're spending elsewhere, turn it into a stable, ongoing income that can literally fund your life on doing something you're already doing, which is spending money on these types of items. Melaleuca has a very high monthly reorder rate because of the exceptional products that they manufacture, and they've paid out 6.2 billion in referral commissions here at Melaleuca just since they've been in business, for those who are referring other customers. So to show you how the referral side of Melaleuca goes, we're going to turn it over right now to the referral expert. He and his wife, Mark and Myrna, have earned over 15 million. I think they're very close to 16 million in commissions with Melaleuca by doing what we're doing here right now, without having to do any sales, without having to collect anything, just simply educating others about Melaleuca.com. So let me turn it over to Mr. Mark Atha.
Thank you, Harvey. Great job. Especially since you didn't know the order of the slides, since we just redid them. I was very impressed. That's great. Thanks for sharing. And, you know, as both Rick and Harvey mentioned earlier, there's so many families right now that are looking for ways to make extra income. And, you know, I woke up on January 1st this year and I thought to myself, you know, there's so much uncertainty with the whole COVID thing and whose business is allowed to be open and who's lost their business and who might lose their job and all those kinds of things. And of course, people are concerned about their health. And I thought, man, what a great mission we're on here with our company. It's a really noble business because we're helping people with the two biggest things that they're concerned about this year, and that is health and finances. So let's take a few minutes and talk about how we help people with earning extra income. The great thing about starting a Melaleuca business is there's no investment, because we don't ask you to stock inventory and you're not taking orders or making deliveries. So you're not putting gas in your car to go drop stuff off at people's homes. Melaleuca takes care of all that side of the business. They just revenue share with us for bringing business. And we simply educate customers on our products, and then we earn residual income as they shop month after month, year after year. And, you know, the company's paid out over $6.2 billion now in their history. We're a little over 35 years old as a company. Myrna and I have been with Melaleuca for 26 of those years. We got started when Melaleuca was about 9.5 years old. And man, I think back to those days, and we were really impressed with Melaleuca when we first saw it because they were a $200 million company. Now we've paid out $6.2 billion in commissions, but when we got started, it was a $200 million company, and they were, 9.5 years old. And we thought, wow, this is awesome. This is a great company. I had no idea where we were going, and now I have a little bit bigger vision for the future, because even with all the success we've had, and Rick alluded to this earlier when he showed that we're probably about a $2.5 billion company right now on annual sales. But we don't even have 1% of North American households shopping with us yet. But we have the kinds of products that 100% of consumers are looking for. So, you know, who knows where we go in the future, but I can tell you this, we just had our best growth year in history in 2020, and 2021 is off to the races as well. Now, we've mentioned that we have a high retention amongst our customers coming back month after month. And I wanted to show you, based on our most recent business numbers that the company sent us here. We get a report once a month, and there's a little area we can go to that shows our previous 3-month, what we call our key performance indicators. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I just wanted to show you, highlighted in yellow, that for Myrna and I, in our business over the last 3 months, we've been averaging well over the 96% that the company averages. We've been averaging 97% plus 97.5 in December of our customers came back from November and shopped again. So, you know, what does that mean? If you have a business where you know at the beginning every month that 96 or maybe even 97% or more of your customers are coming back from the previous month, then that's a really reliable business. And that's why we talk so much about residual income at Melaleuca. So let me kind of give you the 30,000 foot view of how we earn income here. You know, we have a nice combination of bonuses that we earn when we refer new customers, and then residuals we earn as they continue to shop, and residuals we can earn on helping our customers tell customers as we build a team. We get bonuses for advancing, car bonuses, trips. I mean, there's all kinds of fun stuff, but we can't go through it in total depth, but I want to kind of give you an idea of what the potential is. When you refer a new customer to Melaleuca, the first commission you earn is called the product introductory commission. And you earn that no matter when you start referring customers. So this isn't like you have to get to a certain level or something like that to be able to earn a commission. If you start shopping with us today and you go refer a friend this evening, you're going to earn 50% of whatever your friend shops for in January, and 50% in February, and 50% in March. It's huge. Now, I can tell you the company doesn't make anywhere near 50% profit. So how can they afford to pay this out in commissions? They're losing money. Well, don't worry, we're debt-free, $2.5 billion annually in sales. What we factored in is what we can afford to pay upfront to reward you for referring those new customers, knowing that we'll make it back in the long run because we have a 96% reorder rate. And one of the big reasons why they reward us so handsomely upfront is we have found over the years that if a customer does cancel their membership with us, most times they've only shopped once or twice with us, maybe 3 times, but most once or twice. So the company said, why don't we give you a really handsome reward for your first 3 months of a new customer's life so that you have some incentive to do a little bit of follow-up, make sure they're enjoying the products, teach them a little bit about the website, answer some questions. I mean, you're not taking their order or making deliveries or anything, but a little bit of tender love and care in your customer's first 3 months, and you'll probably keep them for life. So they're really rewarding you well when you refer a new customer. Now, after that customer's been shopping with you for 90 days, you now start to earn a long-term residual on those customers into perpetuity for as long as they shop. And get this, Myrna and I have customers we referred our very first month 26 years ago that are still shopping here today. 26 years later, it's really incredible. I was showing this to someone the other day and they said, I just can't imagine shopping at the same store for 26 years. I've shopped at hundreds of different stores over 26 years. I said, yeah, but what kind of laundry detergent do you typically buy? And he said, well, Tide probably. And I said, okay, so you may have bought Tide at dozens of stores over the years, but Procter & Gamble makes Tide. They're the manufacturer. So they got the sale every time. So that's what you have to think about with Melaleuca. You're partnering with the manufacturer now. People are buying direct from the manufacturer. It doesn't matter where they live or how many times they move. They're not going to multiple stores. They're coming direct to the manufacturer. So if they fall in love with our products, it's very conceivable that you could literally be revenue sharing on a customer for the rest of their lives. And for Myrna and I, we have friends we referred in our first few years that had little kids, and those kids are all in their 20s and older now, and they're all getting their own Melaleuca accounts. So you start to realize this is a generational business. I mean, you're not going to use Melaleuca products in your home for 20 years and then move out of your parents' home and go to the grocery store and buy toxic chemical ridden ones, right? You're going to get your own Melaleuca account. And so we really do have some huge potential for the future. Now, your long-term residual can be as much as 20% every month once you've accumulated 20 customers. And it's a sliding scale. So you always get 7%. So after you've earned 50% for the first 3 months, you would always earn 7% on your customers from that point on. But as you refer more customers, that goes up. And once you've referred 20 customers, it reaches 20%. And that's on all of your customers that you ever refer. So going into the future, every time you refer someone new, you'll earn 50% for their first 3 months and 20% thereafter for as long as they shop with you. Myrna and I have customers now that have been here 20 years, 25 years, 26 years, and we've been earning residuals on them every single month. In fact, most of our customers shop multiple times a month, not just once a month. Now, we also have these benchmarks set up in our compensation plan. We call them statuses, and every time you advance in a status, you get a bonus. I like to call them benchmarks because they're predetermined. So it's not like you have to wait for your boss to promote you here. All the benchmarks are predetermined based on you growing your customer base. And every time you reach a new benchmark, you advance in status and you get a bonus. So the first bonus you can get is when you reach the status of director, and that's when you've referred your first 8 shoppers. Now, we did that in 3 days. We've helped people do it in a weekend. We helped Harvey do it in, was it 32 hours, Harvey? 34 hours? What was it, 32 or 34? Let's be accurate. You're muted.
I always say it was 32 hours, but my memory is fading.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to remember it for you then. 32 hours. We helped Harvey refer his first 8 customers. And when you get your first 8 customers, you reach director and you get a $200 bonus. Now get this, the company gives you 2 full calendar months to do that and earn that $200 bonus. If you did it in 1 full calendar month or less, you'd get a $300 bonus. So there's an extra $100 there. And when I say full calendar month, what I mean is they're not going to count January as your first full calendar month for the purposes of commission qualification, because we're on the 15th, so you don't have a full month. So technically speaking, you could get started with us today. You'd add all of February and you'd have all of March to refer your first 8 customers and pick up that $200. But I think probably a lot of you could do it in the last 2 weeks of February and pick up $300 in your first 2 weeks and be well ahead of the game. In fact, a lot of people go to the next status in their first month or less as well. Director 2, I see my friend Tracy's online with me here today. Tracy, you became a Director 2 in, how was it, 2.5 weeks or something like that, part-time when you started?
Yes, that's
how many customers did you refer in those first couple of weeks?
16.
16 customers. And what was your first check?
1,087.
1,087. So Tracy got $200 for director. She didn't get the 300 because she did it before we added that extra $100.
Dang.
Darn it. But she got 200 and she got 400 for going Director 2, and she got 50% of what those customers shopped for. So she made basically $1,100 in a couple of weeks. And it was part-time. Tracy had 2 other businesses when she started with us. Now, Director 3 is when you help one of your people start to build the business. So a Director 3 is someone that has referred at least 11 customers themselves, but one of your 11 is kind of thinking the way you're thinking, and we help them refer their first 8 customers. So now they've reached that first status of director, but since you referred them, they count as a personal director for you. And we keep track of personal directors that allows you to advance to these benchmarks, to these statuses in the compensation plan. Now, when you hit Director 3, it's a $1,000 bonus, but get this, now you start to make matching bonuses when your people advance. So in this scenario, you've already helped one person reach director. They've got a $200 bonus for that, and you got a matching $200 bonus. When they advance to Director 2 and get a $400 bonus, you'll get a matching $400 bonus. When they advance to Director 3 and get a $1,000 bonus, you'll get a matching $1,000 bonus. And by the way, guys, I don't think I mentioned it, but there's 49 of these benchmarks. There's 49 of these statuses. They're all little baby steps, so it's not that far to move ahead to the next one. It keeps people really focused on advancing. But you're going to be increasing your bonuses as you advance in status, but you're going to be earning matching bonuses that keep increasing as you help your people advance in status. And by the way, you can certainly help more than one person. I mean, as you help additional people reach director, your customer base will be growing exponentially. So your residual income will be growing exponentially too. Because not only do you earn 20% on your own personal customer shopping each month, you earn 7% on any customers that are part of your team. So in other words, if somebody you refers a customer themselves, that wouldn't be your personal customer, but it would be part of your, what we call your organization, your team, and you earn 7% on those shoppers. So for Myrna and I, we've referred a couple hundred people to Melaleuca ourselves, but it's grown to almost 13,000 that we get to revenue share on. We get 7% on those 12,800 that someone else referred, because whoever referred them gets the 20%. See, a lot of times people compare Melaleuca to multi-level marketing because we work from home and we build through referrals, but our compensation plan is actually quite different than that. When you look at it, it's exactly how the insurance industry works. In fact, that's what we copied. If you had an insurance brokerage, you know, if you went out and sold policies yourself, obviously you would make the bulk of the commission. But if you had agents working in your brokerage and they went out and sold the policies, they would make the bulk of the commission, but you would get a little override on all the agents in your brokerage. That's exactly how Melaleuca works. Whoever brings the customer makes the bulk of the commission, but when you team up and help other people, you get a little override on their customers as well. And we track that on 7 referral generations. So it can grow quite exponentially. And that's why when we see these numbers on the screen here, as you're advancing in status, Director 3, Director 4, 5, Director 6, 7, 8, 9, your residual monthly income is growing quite exponentially because your customer base is growing exponentially because you're helping other people refer customers too. Now, when you've helped 5 people reach director, that's what we call senior director. And that's when you get your first car paid for by Melaleuca. And we did that. Myrna and I did that in our first 6 months. And we helped Harvey do that in his first 5 months. And Rick, you did it in, was it 8 months?
9 months, Mark.
9 months. And we've had people in our team recently do it in 2 months. And we've had lots of people take 2 years. I mean, really, it just boils down to how much time you can put into the business, because the effort to achieve it is the same for everybody. You're going to have 5 personal directors, and most senior directors, by the time they reach there's over 400 customers shopping in their business. So it does create a nice little residual income that's several $1,000s a month. And you can see, based on our average income statistics, there's a bit of a range. 3,600 on the low end for people that just reached senior director, and 9,500 on the high end for people that were, maybe had been senior director for a while and were getting close to reaching executive director. And when you reach executive director, you for sure replaced a 6-figure income. We did that in our first 12 months. So for Myrna and I, even though we started part-time, I was a realtor, had a little bit of flexibility in my schedule. It was a little hairy the first year because we were trying to put some time every single day into our business, even though we were working around our other jobs. But we referred 48 customers in the first 12 months, and we helped 10 of them reach director. So we were able to make over $100,000 that first full year in hitting executive director. And you can see you get a nice car bonus at senior director, and you get a really nice car bonus at executive director. And you can choose the car of your choice. Harvey, what's that car you're driving now? It's pretty cool.
That is a Genesis G70, car of the year last year. Awesome. Best car I've ever had.
That thing can really haul.
Yep.
And it's pretty luxurious.
Twin turbo.
Too. Yep. How many vehicles have you guys had paid for now, Rick?
We're driving our 14th Melaleuca car. I know, crazy, right?
Well, you're one more than us. We're at 13.
I get bored quicker.
I think Myrna's had 8 of them, and I've had 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's awesome to let the company pay. And Rick, how long was it for you guys to executive director?
That was 17 months. Steady part-time, 12, 15 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that year that you hit exec, which I guess was halfway through your second year, what kind of income did you guys generate that year?
A little over 142,000 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Harvey, you hit exec your second year as well?
Yeah, it was 2 years, but I had a little time off in between there.
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember what you earned that year that you hit exec?
I don't know. It was over 100.
Yeah, over 100. So it's pretty, we help people reach this part-time, but some people take 5 years if they're really part-time. And as you advance through the statuses, you're just continuing to help other people. A national director, which is the status that Rick's at, has helped at least 4 of their people reach senior or above. Rick's helped some people get to exec as well, of course. And when you help 5 people get to executive director, you reach corporate director. And, for Myrna and I, that took us right about 10 years and 6 months, I think it was, to reach corporate director. And Harvey, we did just surpass that 16 million in income, which is kind of exciting. But it's more exciting that the people we've personally referred are creeping up on 20 million. Now, here's what you have to remember. We've referred 200 customers, but there's only about 40 of those people who have ever done anything with the business. And of those 40, only about half of them really consistently work the business. So that 20 million is kind of what 20 people have earned, which is awesome, right? And, when we look at our entire group, it's a lot more than that now, because we have all these people that we didn't refer ourselves, but they're part of our team, and they're all creating some pretty incredible income. Rick and Jacqueline are over 5 million in lifetime income, and, we didn't refer them, so that's not in that 20 million, and so many others. But when you look at Melaleuca's average income statistics, it's really a good indication of how our business is rock solid, reliable, residual, because the vast majority of the people that shop at Melaleuca don't do anything with the business. They're not here for the business. They're not here because anybody told them they could make money. These lunch and learns on Friday are designed for people specifically interested in how our business works and how to earn income. But the vast majority of customers come to us just to shop, which is awesome. That's why it's a real business. 81% of our customers are not marketing executives. Now, what does that mean, marketing executive? Well, if you want to become a customer in Melaleuca, it's easy. We just need some basic information from you. You can start shopping. But if you want to refer others and earn income, we need a little bit more info. It doesn't cost anything to become a marketing executive, but it's up to you to let us know when you want to start referring others and earning income. You can do that when you set up your account, or you can go online and become a marketing executive 5 years from now. So 81% of our customers are not marketing executives. And there's another 8% who are, but we call them product advocates because we look at what they've ever done. And most of them have only ever referred 1 or 2 customers to Melaleuca, and some of them have been shopping here 20 years. So they're clearly not business builders, but they probably had a friend or a mom or a sister that wanted some products and they just referred 1 or 2. And that's great. That's awesome. So there's about 11% of us that do the business. And the vast majority of those people are quite part-time. In fact, all of us on this line today, all of us started part-time. And so we do help part-time people build 6-figure incomes with full-time type incomes on a few hours a week. It just depends on how much time you have to put in. And I like the fact that Melaleuca publishes the annual income statistics. So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. People don't have any unrealistic expectations. You know, it's a business. It all depends on how much time you have to put in. But we can show you the game plan, and you can see based on everyone that's gone before you what kind of expectations you might have based on the effort that you can put in and the time that you can put in. And our job is to really just help you create a game plan that works for you. So if you tell us, well, I'd be really happy 6 months from now if I was making $5,000 a month and had a car paid for at that senior director status, but I only have 2 hours a week to put in, we would probably tell you, well, 2 hours a week probably isn't going to get you there in 6 months, but 12 hours a week could get you there in 6 months. So, you know, we'll just work with you on the time you have. We'll create a realistic expectation, and then we work the plan together. Your job is really just to invite people to get educated. We're going to do these webinars with you and many other ways. This is just one small piece of what we do for your team. So getting started is simple. If you're a guest with us, this is how easy it is. The person that invited you to listen to this, they're going to log into their Melaleuca account. They're going to initiate you as a referral. We call it enrolling a customer. So they're going to initiate an enrollment, which simply means they're going to type in your name and email and phone number, and you can let us know, would you prefer a text or an email? And then you're going to receive that from Melaleuca. That link is unique to you. So when you click on it, you're going to be on Melaleuca's website. You're going to choose a password, and now you have your own Melaleuca shopping account. And the person that referred you you're connected to. And so that's how simple it is. And when you first log in, there's a whole getting started section, have some great videos in there. In the learn to earn section, I think we have like 60 videos now of all of our most popular products. So that's something you may want to dive into and learn even more about the products. And hey, we just announced that we have a fun promotion going on for the rest of the month. If you refer 2 members to us, 2 new customers before the end of January, you're going to earn this beautiful Melaleuca gym bag and towel and our Clear Defense hand sanitizer and a box of our Sustain Sport, which is a super awesome electrolyte drink that has twice as many electrolytes as Gatorade and 90% less sugar than Gatorade. So it's quite popular. And that's just for referring 2 customers. Obviously, you might refer a whole lot more, and we're going to still pay you all the commissions we talked about. But maybe the most exciting part of what we're doing this month to really help you kickstart your business is that you can refer customers for just $1. So typically, as we mentioned, it's $19 for an annual membership, but you can refer them for just $1 this month. And hey, lots of people come to us and they just start shopping for whatever they might feel like they need in their home. But if you remember, Harvey talked about this whole concept of just, replace what you're currently using in your home with Melaleuca products. And then as you use them on an ongoing basis, just simply reorder the things that you're using up, just like you would normally do going to the grocery store. And then if you choose to, you could refer some people. So the replacement part for us is helping people just kind of clear their home out in one fell swoop, and a home conversion pack does that really well. 44 of our top sellers, and get this, that's discounted another 28% below the already 40% discounted preferred member price. So something else Melaleuca really loses money on is when a new customer buys a home conversion pack. But again, they're willing to make that investment because they know if you try 44 of our products in your first month, you are going to be hooked on a bunch of stuff. You're going to love it. And so getting started with a home conversion pack makes so much sense. And if you do it, than typically the customers that you refer will, because you'll just tell them what you personally did and that'll make sense to them. And the value pack's good value too. For $199, you get 29 of our top sellers. Either one of those packs, the home conversion pack or the value pack, also include the first month's peak performance nutritionals for free. So those are those 6 key nutritionals that we've done all the clinical trials on, that we have the patents on the illegal for the delivery system that Harvey talked about. Those 6 key products that we sell together in what we call our peak performance comes for free if you buy a value or a home conversion pack. So again, when you start adding up the value in these packs, it's incredible. So they're only available to new people. You don't have to buy one, but they are an awesome way to get started. And hey, one of the things that we decided years ago is that if we could provide a structure, and we have so many great leaders on our team that contribute to this, so that new people, no matter how part-time they are, could just invite people. That could be your main focus when you get started. You don't have to put anything together. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just plug in. And so we call ourselves the Global Wealth and Wellness Group. And like I spoke about earlier with what we're focusing on for 2021 with health and finances that we're helping people with, it's kind of funny. We thought of this name 20 years ago, that probably the 2 most important things we could help people with would be their health and their financial wellness. So it's kind of a mission we've been on for a long time. And when we look at all the families we've helped now, our most recent numbers show, well over 140 million in income. I think it's getting close to 150 million in income. And lots of those are families that have just really part-time, created an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, just very part-time. So Rick and Harvey, thank you guys so much for contributing here today. And it's always fun to do these Friday lunch and learns with you guys. And, we can hang out here for a couple minutes in case there's any questions. But come on back, guys. Check our team calendar. We've got all kinds of stuff going on that you can plug into. So thanks for being here. Welcome to our team. Welcome to Melaleuca.